Imagine this. You wake up one morning, you reach for your phone, and somehow everything is already taken care of. Your calendar is updated, your class notes neatly organized, your favorite morning chill playlist playing in the background, and you're like, wait, how did this happen? Well, it definitely wasn't your sneaky roommate, it was your apps, or more specifically, the AI agents inside them, quietly working together in the background, talking to each other, sharing what they know, figuring out what you need, and getting it done. Sounds futuristic, right? Yeah, but not anymore. Hi everyone, I'm Prashant and today we're going to discuss something that's quietly changing the way your apps work and how they work together. It's called Agent-Agent Protocol or A2A, a new development from Google that's making your apps smarter, more helpful and more connected than ever before. Okay, ready? Let's build some magic. Now let's open the official GitHub repo for Google A2A. Open Chrome and type Google A2A. You can find the GitHub repo here. This repo contains all the information for you to get started. Now click on the samples folder. You can pick any language you are comfortable in. Click on the Python folder. Now click on the agents. If you scroll it down, you can find examples for different agents. You can also start from scratch using Google ADK. However, for this demo, we will be focusing more on how the protocol itself behaves. For that, we will use another package which is built on top of A2A protocol. It's called Python A2A. Now let's open Chrome and type Python A2A. Here you can find the GitHub repo. What makes this package interesting is it comes with a user-friendly UI. You can easily install this with pip install Python A2A. You can scroll the repo and you can find the command here. Copy this command. Once that is done, open the IDE. Paste the copied command and click enter. Now you can see that the package is installed. I am using PyCharm as the IDE. You can use any IDE that you are comfortable with. Open GitHub repo, scroll it down and copy the first example you find. Now let's create a file named agent card. Create Python file, name it as agent card. Now paste the code. You can keep any port number that works in your system. Now run it. Python space name of the file agentcard.py. Now you can see that it is running on a server. Now let's enter it in the browser. Enter localhost is to 5000. So this is exactly how the agent card looks like. But we discussed that client agent looks into JSON format, right? Let's see how that is. Here we can see the name of the agent, what are its capabilities and what are its input and output modes as well. Now that we have seen how agent card looks like, now let's see how agents communicate with each other. Now let's stop this server. We discussed that this package has a UI component, right? Now let's get on with it. Open the same GitHub repo, scroll it down. You can see that there are a lot of examples you can try it out. Okay, here is the command to run the UI. Copy this and paste it in the IDE. You can see that it is running on the 8080 port and you can see the UI as well. Now let's build a use case for interview preparation where one research agent prepares the concepts for the topic you want to learn and other prepares the questions for those concepts. Now for us to give input, let's add an input node. Then let's drag a agent for research agent. Let's name it as research agent. You can enter it in the input name research agent. Yeah, now that we have given the name as research agent, let's paste the API key. So let's keep the GPT-4o model as it is. In the system message, we have to give the prompt on what the agent has to do. Now in the use case we have discussed that this is a research agent, right? So let's write a prompt for that. I have already prepared the prompt for it. Now remove the pre-prompt and paste the prompt you have. Okay, and click on apply. See, the agent configuration is done. Now that we have done with the research agent, let's add one more agent which prepares the questions for us. Let's name it as question agent. Now let's copy the API key again, paste it here. Let's keep the model as GPT-4o. Now again we have to update the system message with the prompt we have to prepare the questions. Now click on apply. So now that both the agents are done, we have to see the output, right? Now let's add an output node here. Yeah, let's just name it as output. Now that these agents are configured, but they are independent, right? So let's link them. Let's link the input node to research agent. Now let's link the output from the research agent to input as question agent. Let's link the output of the question agent to the output node. That's it. The agent is done. Now you can run this network by clicking on this play button. Let's say I can give like I want to learn JavaScript and click on run network button. You can see that the agents are interacting with each other. See, here you can see that it generated a question for each concept as per the prompt we gave. You can click on this multiple times with different topics so that you can see how it is working. That's it. This is a basic setup that shows how A2A works. Of course, these are just simple prompts. You can make them far more detailed as per your use case. The future of tech isn't just apps doing things for you. It's apps plotting behind your back for your own good. No more juggling between 5 apps just to make the weekend plans. No more forgetting directions, double booking meetings, or copying stuff from one screen to another like it's still 2012. With A2A, your apps become a squad, undercover agents running missions just to make your day smoother. So firstly, what is an agent? We're not talking about James Bond here. An AI agent is like a tiny, super smart assistant living inside your app. It's just not sitting around waiting for you to tap a button. It's trying to do things. It understands and figures out how to solve them and just gets on with it. Let's say your friend texts you, hey, want to come for a movie tonight at 6? Now, instead of you opening your calendar, checking if you are free, responding to your friend, you just tell your agent, hey, check if I am free at 6 and reply to her. And boom, it's check your calendar, sees that you are free and replies, yep, I'm in. Now that's one agent helping you. But wait, let's say after that, it also books an Uber to the theater, shares your live location with your friend, and maybe even pre-orders your popcorn. Now here's the thing, no single agent can do all of that. Each of those things, Uber, chart, food order, they all belong to different apps, right? So how does this happen? That's where the cool stuff kicks in. Agent to agent protocol. So what exactly is A2A? Think of it as a rule book, a way of saying, hey agents, here's how you guys can talk to each other. Be nice, use these words, share updates, work together. Without this rule book, it's like people from 10 different countries in one room, each speaking a different language. No clue what the other is saying. With A2A, it's like giving them one common language. Now they can team up and make stuff happen for you. Imagine, say you are going on a weekend trip with friends. One friend creates a plan and emails you the itinerary. Now you tell your AI, hey, read that email and block off my calendar. Also, book my train ticket and tell mom I'll be out this weekend. That's a lot to ask, right? But if your email agent talks to your calendar agent and also with your booking agent, which finally messages your WhatsApp agent, and it's done. And that's exactly what A2A enables. Agents reading email, agents talking to each other, agents taking action across apps. You don't do it, they do. Wait, isn't this basically what apps are already doing? Sort of, but not really. Earlier, they all did their own thing. No teamwork, no coordination. But now with A2A, they are in group chat mode. So, is A2A like MCP, the model context protocol we talked about in our earlier video? Well, not exactly. MCP is like teaching one app how to use a new tool. Say, helping your calendar agent understand how to book a ticket. A2A is one level up. Instead of the communication between agent and the tools, it is the communication between an agent to agent. Let's take a moment to understand a few important concepts behind A2A. The first key concept is a task. Everything you ask an agent to do is considered a task. For example, if you ask your agent to order popcorn for you, that's a task. If you ask it to book a movie ticket, again, that's a task. Now, let's discuss the roles of different agents in this protocol. We primarily deal with two types of agents, the client agent and the remote agent. The client agent is the one that's entirely responsible for final delivery of your task. The remote agent, on the other hand, is the one that receives the task and acts upon it. The next key concept is agent card. It is basically a digital business card for an agent. It's a JSON document that provides all information about the agent, such as its name and its capabilities. In the past, you told each app what to do. With A2A, they speak to each other, plan ahead, and act like a team. So when your day feels smooth, your tools feel sharp, and everything just works, that's not a coincidence. That's agent to agent. The protocol making everyday magic actually makes sense. And this, it is just the trailer. The real show is yet to come. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more such content. Got something you are curious about? Drop your ideas in the comments. We would like to cover them in the future sessions. And of course, tap that bell icon so you never miss an update. See you.